information and talked to the folks that work with him. And I had this, it was about 4 pages of back-slapping accolade and flattery. And I was going to raise this man up, and you all would think he was up there in the clouds with somebody. And then last night he was going to bed, and I said, Brother Jackson, is there anything that I should include in my presentation when I introduce you tomorrow morning? He said, about me, nothing. I said, nothing. I thought, man, I got all this stuff. He says, nothing. So I thought today it's a very difficult task to introduce a person who says, say nothing about me. Because I was prepared to tell you all these great things about Brother Thomas. But I thought I would instead introduce him in the form of a testimony. This time last year, a young lady came to our office. She was in her early 20s, and she had some serious complaints. And we tested her and examined her and so forth. And the results of all these tests were pretty bad. HIV, AIDS. And she had it of such a severity that it was a virtual death sentence. We sent her to the infectious disease specialist. They said, well, her white blood cell count is so low, the number of viruses in her blood are so high, she might live 9 months, maybe 2 years. So they told her to get her affairs in order. She came into my office, and we spoke about this, and she was so distraught that she cried about 30 minutes, just copiously, nonstop. We told her that, well, you know, there's nothing we can do. We'll just pray for you and so forth. 3 weeks later, she came back and said, well, I've talked to other people. You're right. There's nothing I can do. No treatment has helped anyone with my type of disease. Family members, I don't trust them with this information. I think they would make the rest of my life pretty miserable. And so she asked me to speak at her funeral. She got an attorney who drew up papers that gave me power of attorney to distribute her assets at the time of her death. And she asked me to make arrangements to have her body donated to science. And then she prepared to die. And after about a month, I called the folks at M.E.E.T Ministries. I forgot who I talked to, but it was a young lady. I said, do you all take care of folks with AIDS? They said, as long as the person's alive. So we went to this young lady, and we told her about M.E.E.T Ministries. And, of course, she had a large number of complaints. Said that she couldn't get up there. She had no transportation. She had no money. Just a litany of excuses. I said, wait a minute. Do you want to live? She said, yeah. I said, are you willing to do whatever it takes to live? She said, yes. I said, well, this is the best chance I think at it. We sent her to M.E.E.T in February of this year. She came back. She said, those folks are strange up there. They keep Saturday for Sunday. They don't eat animals. You know, they drink all this nasty stuff. And she went on, but she said, I feel better. And we sent her back to the infectious disease specialist. And they said, well, things look a little bit better, but she's not that much better. But she continued. She was very persistent. The folks at M.E.E.T had trained her to eat, to drink, and to live a certain way, and she would not deviate from that, especially when it comes to eating the flesh of dead animals. She stopped eating sugar, and after about 3 or 4 months, the infectious disease specialist said, well, her test results are beginning to change. She might live 3 years. You know, doctors are. We refuse to change our mind when we were staring in the face of something we can't explain because of our arrogance and grandiosity. We've been trained that way. We call it confidence. But the young lady continued to improve. She came to our office almost every month, looking better and better and better. 3 weeks ago, we received a letter from her infectious disease specialist stating that they could find nothing